Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan salam negara keusahawanan unggul 2030. Yang berbahagia Datuk Seri, Datuk Datin, Doktor, Tuan dan Puan. Saya Amira Afrina binti Kasmuri selaku moderator pada sesi pagi ini mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada semua wakil syarikat kerana mengeluangkan masa bagi menghadiri sesi libat urus pada pagi ini. Bersama-sama saya di sini, pengurus Sekretariat Protege iaitu Puan Azatul Aswa Abdul Wahab, pengurus program Kebolipasaran dan Encik Syed Muhammad Hafiz, Syed Syahrul Zamran, pengurus pembangunan strategik dan keusahawanan. Seterusnya panel jemputan kita, Puan Nurasia Harun selaku Ketua Jabatan Latihan InScan, Encik Dinesh anak lelaki Shamugam yang merupakan Employment Service Officer Berkesung. Dan panel kita yang terakhir pada pagi ini iaitu Puan Roslinda Abu Bakar Kelsey, Head of People and Culture, The Centre of Applied Data Science, the CADS. Okay, kita teruskan lagi sesi libat urus kita dengan agenda yang ke-7 iaitu The Secret Driver for Digitalization and Business Transformation, the CADS Centre of Applied Data Science, menjemput Puan Roslinda Abu Bakar Kelsey, Head of People and Culture, the Centre of Applied Data Science, the CADS.
Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi semua. Boleh dengar ya?
Boleh Puan.
Okey. So masih pagi lagi. I rasa tak akan ambil masa yang lama, tapi I nak mengketengahkan something exciting lah. Pada I exciting. So I hope it will excite every one of us in the room as well. Tak kenal maka tak cinta. So I will bring first and foremost introduction about the organisation that I'm with. So Centre of Applied Data Science ni founded by founder and CEO Ms. Sharala. She migrated to Europe simply because at that time pada dia not much sexy things to discover and do in the country. And having learned that, she realized she needs to bring home some of the things that she has discovered and encountered, and aims to actually be the voice of data science and analytics, and started and founded it in Malaysia masa tu tahun 2014. Dan masa tu banyak awareness that we need to do, dan awareness selalunya berkaitan dengan of course C-level lah of organisation. Dan masa tu the partnership and its top-down approach kan, the partnership was with Harvard Business School, the needs for organisation to start thinking about transforming into data-driven dan sebagainya. So as much as masa tu we approach top down, we realised that we also need to equip our Malaysian talents from bottom up. Jadi the best way to handle bottom up ni adalah equip young graduates. So in 2016, we partnered with MDEC and we introduced the program. Now it becomes a brand that is DataStar. So brand DataStar ni ada eventually grows and recognized by professional bodies such as Inform, MBOT, AICB. And it's not just DataStar but the entirety of our programs that we offer. Dan of course, I'm not saying that just focusing on graduates, tapi the relevancy of our sharing today, of course, with regards to graduate lah. But as we walk through, I would see that applicability of the entirety of your organisation as well. And eventually today, there are more and more strategic partnership that comes with some with monetary sponsorship, and some would be advertising or even further pushing for the awareness and things like that. So that's where we are. Even now, we have started also working with Singapore government as well in this area. So my next slide is about understanding after years of doing this since 2014 kan. So what we understood is that on the supply side, which is the universities and all that, not they are also hand tied. Maknanya university actually when they crafted out any programs dan sebagainya, they always benchmark dengan apa job yang ada in the marketplace. So think about the jobs now yang highly paid jobs. Highly paid jobs yang exist today doesn't exist 5 years ago mostly. Yeah. So in that aspect, then universities tak actually prepare graduates to the jobs yang highly paid jobs in the marketplace that we have today. Sebab when they crafted out that programs or whatsoever, it was benchmarked against what was available 5 years ago. So in having said that, now we are seeing that the demand side, the organisation side, when organisation kata mismatch, saya tak boleh bayar lebih lah for this graduate, they don't have enough skills and all that, because it's now skill-based hiring. And rata-ratanya when we try to place our graduates yang data star and all that, they have to go through tons of assessment, semua hands-on kind of assessment. And organisation pun in that manner, sometimes it's like they also don't have internal expertise nak evaluate or verify that skills. So they always come back to us, boleh tak CADS also tolong validate. So rather than we tolong validate, we give you this already validated train and all that graduates that will meet that future demands of your organisation. So my next slide. Now, having heard what have been shared about Majlis Pekerjaan Negara dengan aim untuk provide 500,000 job opportunities, we all know that May last year when unemployment rate actually reached its highest peak in 30 years, 750k of Malaysians are jobless. Dan rata-ratanya daripada 750,000 jobless ni 84.4% adalah graduates. So pause a bit and think about it. These graduates could be our brothers and sisters, or can be anak-anak kita or anak-anak buah kita, right? So our duty as Malaysian Malaysians employers, not just to provide jobs now. And I think this Protege RTW Data Star partnership and Protege really help to champion this. It's very forward thinking. Why I say forward thinking? Because it's not just about providing just jobs, because this is the predicament that is faced by our graduates today, by adik-adik kita, by anak-anak kita, and so on. So in 2020, July, government announced that poverty income line is now 2,208. And imagine this publication of fresh grad salaries actually fell below minimum wage level in 2020. Ini published bulan lepas ya, 1 April, macam April Fool pula this publication of news, right? But imagine minimum wage level rata-ratanya on average is 1,200. So that is the predicament of our graduates today, and it's our duty now to help not just providing jobs, but providing jobs that of a higher level income. So the thing is, to provide jobs of higher level income, it means that talents must be ready skilled to address future of jobs nature. So we all know 54% of jobs in Malaysia, ni study from the World Economic Forum, will be displaced because of technology. And rata-ratanya 89% rakyat Malaysia are untrained to be digital ready. Okay, so that's the news. And of course, it could be disheartening looking at this, but we have a solution. And thank you, pihak Protege, to recognize that we need to now up the level of how we are actually contributing to solving this issue. So apakah emerging jobs in the future? So you can see yang biru dekat atas are all the kind of job opportunities yang being paid highly compared to jobs that going into redundancy. And sadly, you nampak yang nombor 9 tu accountants and auditors probably will be made redundant. Human resources specialist pun kalau so the thing is this, adakah job ni totally like orang totally will become jobless? No, these people in this job scope who are not technologically inclined, who are not data driven, will be left redundant. Those who adapt to the technology, those who embrace being digital and data driven, they are going to be in the emerging job market. They already upskill themselves to be the emerging job market. Now, there's also good news about COVID or the pandemic actually brought forward this or disrupt all these job roles at the marketplace because of the journey of digitization. Rata-ratanya from the survey, impact of COVID-19, it accelerated digitalization of work processes. At least all of us are now able to work virtually. So this session is now able to be hosted digitally, right? So having talked about digitalization or digitization, you cannot escape from not being data driven. And this brings me to my next slide. What is transformation or digital transformation means to organization? It means that the entire organization needs to be data-driven as a foundation, because otherwise any digital transformation initiative could fail. And being data-driven organization means that your talents need to have that data literacy skills. Sebab apa? Think about all your device in your hand right now, right? And the kind of apps you are using daily on your devices. Okay, so when these apps are all generating what? Data, right? Semuanya gather data. So kalau you tak make use of the data from all this digital platform that you bring into your organization, analyze it, and provide insight for your business to do better, then you could not realize the strategy or the vision of your digital transformation, cannot make full use of your technology implementation because they just lack data literacy in your organization to be able to sustain whatever technology that you bring in place. Okay, you tak boleh maximize whatever that digital transformation initiative, right? So ada apa-apa soalan setakat ni? I hope it's at the moment it's still knowledge imparting, ya. So, digital transformation, like I said just now, to iterate, 54% of your organization will need to be reskill, upskill towards being data literate. Okay, so proses untuk upskilling your organisation ni memakan masa. Sebab apa? Orang-orang, pekerja-pekerja your employees ada day-to-day job that they need to do. Okay, they have their BAU. So nak fokus BAU lagi and then nak fokus on upskilling, so memakan masa. So the solution for you guys while your 54% will be reskill and upskill and so on, then you inject our data style, you inject the workforce yang already literate in the data space, right? So adakah 30% ni will be totally displaced and will be totally out of jobs? I would say that bila automation comes into the picture, rata-ratanya this low skilled workforce yang perhaps to do something takes them 8 hours, now with technology, maybe will take them only 2 hours. All right. So they have 6 hours of free time. So what do they do with these 6 hours free time? Yang mana yang boleh di reskill, they will go for reskilling. But it also allows with gig economy, the 6 hours balance to these people will be the gig economy employee. They will be able to go and serve other organizations as well with whatever skill that they have, that low level skill that they can offer as a gig economy for that. So it's not really bad, but it just means that time can be optimized for people in this space to be earning. Yeah. So data star, the 16% of new hire, that will help you close that data literacy gaps in your organization. Right. So the 54%. Now, where would they play their role, or where would they be reskill, upskill? All right. So this is our pyramid of enabling people to be data driven in your organization. Rata-ratanya, I would say that yang fat dekat atas tu, the two fat area, which is the enterprise data practitioner dengan associate enterprise data analyst. This one becomes skill yang macam skill membaca, ya, dah jadi skill wajib untuk organisation. Sebab rata-ratanya these are data users. Maknanya they use applications. Fundamentally, they need to understand data and the value of data. Okay, in this aspect as well, I bring to you that we have all this funnel of programs that is HRDF claimable. Ini untuk 54% of your workforce. Now, for you who are hiring from the pool of unemployed ataupun pool of graduates yang currently unemployed, you can tap on Penjana Kerjaya 2.0 where our programs are registered there. So you hire them and then you put them onto this training or these programs that we already have pre-registered with Kerjaya 2.0. So you see the foundation yang dekat bawah, the 3 piramid yang paling bawah ni, I buat analogi macam ni lah. You are investing on technology, you buy katalah Ferrari car, and you need a driver yang ada lesen untuk drive that Ferrari. So lesennya adalah pemandunya orang yang skilled with EDP dekat atas ni ataupun associate enterprise data analyst yang 2 layer dekat top tu. Tapi untuk yang build that Ferrari, yang design that Ferrari engine, yang maintain that Ferrari engine adalah yang kat bawah ni. Right, the mechanics of that technology. So rata-ratanya we saw that the path of least resistance adalah young graduates. They are born in the era of technology. They pick up this very fast. So I saw the journey for sekarang ni golongan yang bekerja nak di-upskillkan can take about 1 to 2 years. Tapi untuk graduates kita boleh pick up this knowledge and get certified easily within 2 to 3 months. This is what we saw. So in the past, we have partnered with sponsorship bodies macam MTDC, MDEC, dan sekarang ni at present masih ada sponsorship bodies like Yayasan Peneraju, even KPT, KPT CAP at the moment, dan ada organisasi yang sangat pandang ke jauh and dia kata, oh, dia orang tak get involved in the selection of this sponsored student. So they want to select by themselves, recommend and pay privately for the sponsorship of the program for the good of their organisation. Dan rata-ratanya selalunya this MNC kind of organisation lah. Dan I'm proud to say some of GLCs also yang dah ke hadapan. Right, so having said this, what it means? Untuk just yang top 2 tu, kita ada 3 program ya bawah penjana kejaya. So graduates ke ataupun even already experienced employees that you ambil under penjana 2.0, these are the kind of programs that you can actually equip them with. Dan untuk yang bottom 3, these are already accomplished young data professional right now. 3 tracks of Protege RTW Data Star, and we have ready talents to be tapped. Okay, and they are already equipped as or certified as junior data scientist ataupun data engineer ataupun data analyst. Okay. So, having said that, again, available pool to offer to all of you. So sekarang ni sponsorship bodinya adalah daripada Yayasan Peneraju. Dan Yayasan Peneraju in itself partner dengan kami for 3 tahun. Kita ada ready pool yang graduate daripada since December 2020. Ada 225 orang setakat ni dan cohort 4 daripada batch 2021 is undergoing their certification. So yang tahun lepas 225 orang ni ada 3 batches. Batch pertama dah almost 90% hired. And I am proud to say masa awal-awal tu Yayasan Peraju meletakkan syarat gaji mesti at least minimum 3,000. Dan I am proud to announce rata-ratanya they are all earning 3,000 and above. Top 20% of them are actually getting salary 5,000 and above. And ada seorang, this is outlier, tapi this is to me can be set for our country lah. Sebab she's a top student, first class honours, graduated from Utah. And you know her CGPA is above 3.5 and all that. Unfortunately, at that time when she graduated last year, organisation semua tak ready to get her in. So dia dah dicuri oleh Singapore based company. So sekarang ni she already work in Singapore and they pay her kalau ikut ringgit Malaysia is 12,000 ringgit. So we can't stop that, tapi we can only educate companies in Malaysia, tolonglah stop this bleeding of young bright talents, this bleed of I would say that it's these brains that actually work for other nation and not benefit the country. So this is sad. And we don't want this to happen to more and more of these graduates. So out of these YP graduates, I would say 225 from our data, 33% atau 1/3 daripada mereka adalah first class honours or 3.5 CGPA above. So sayang bila organisation not hiring them. And so bila kami approach Protege agreed to introduce RTW Data Star. Okay, so sama RTW Data Star still the same program that you have to equip them with. Bezanya ialah dia punya entry level salary is at 3,000. Not of course minimum is 2,000, but with this ready skill of IR 4.0 skill graduates, the starting salary is at 3,000. So I nak tunjukkan these tangible benefits ya. So kalau organisation kena fund sendirilah untuk certification program ni, rata-ratanya cost dia is about 15,000 ya. Dan I bring to you the funding organisation that we have right now, Yayasan Peneraju, MTDC and KPT CAP. So KPT CAP ni letak in pink. Sebab apa pink for KPT CAP? Sebab once the graduate is equipped through KPT CAP, dah tak boleh double dipping, tak boleh dapat double tax deduction. Yang ni Azhar kena tolong confirmkan ya.
Puan Linda,
Ya,
nak tanya satu soalan boleh?
boleh.
Okey, refer kepada analisa yang telah dijalankan menunjukkan ada lambakan dan betapa kerja bertindih tadi kan? Okey, saya nak tanyalah, adakah analisa ni telah dikongsikan dengan Kementerian Sumber Manusia ke, Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia ke? Sebab sekarang ni saya tengok kebanyakan IPTA, IPTS dia semakin hebat. Dia offer, kalau dulu HRM, sekarang ni dia ada HRD, HRM, lepas tu dia pecahkan lagi. Ada kata apa, daripada admin dia dah ada office management sahaja, filing sahaja. Dia macam precise tapi dalam masa yang sama adalah di bawah bumbung job scope yang sama. So lambakan ada, lepas tu dia tambah lagi, dia offer lagi core subject. So maknanya in future akan ada ramai lagi graduate daripada HR, daripada admin saja tapi dipecahkan kepada beberapa cabang. HR sendiri pun dipecahkan kepada beberapa cabang. Sedangkan bila kita hire, kita akan tengok sesuatu dia punya qualification yang dia boleh cover semua. Contoh macam HRM. Okey, HRM dalam tu dia dah ada HRD, dia dah ada organizational behavioral. So macam mana tu? Adakah kita nak biar saja ke ataupun this study just to share with sorry, saya tanya saja. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Semangat pertanyaan tu. I suka orang bersemangat-semangat ni. Actually CADS memang bekerjasama juga dengan universiti. We do go to universities and advise university accordingly. Bukan setakat just offer program for the sake of beratus-ratus program that they are able to offer, tapi ada whether that program will actually get our graduates to be employed accordingly ke tak, whether it matches whatever that the industry needs. So bila terlalu specialized masa di universiti, it becomes harder and harder for organisation sebab kalau ikutkan Europe punya standard ya, even engineering, actually they don't graduate as engineer tau, they graduate as physicists. So they make it very very general so that bila you masuk ke workplace, then you boleh cabang ke banyak cabang. So now what we actually work with university is actually to tell them, okay tak apalah, you dah offer this program, takkan nak stop train yang dah bergerak ya tak? So kita partner with universities while they are finishing off this train ride, kita equip them with additional certification so that they will be relevant whatever now I always tell graduates bila I bagi ceramah dekat graduates, your degree tu at the end bukan bermakna where you will end up with when you start your career. It's up to you. Sekarang ni with gig economy dan sebagainya, it's up to you what you reskill yourself with that paper. Paper tu means nothing. Now skill means everything. So that's how we actually help to address that hand in hand with university.
Tapi lah, sorry, I add some input lah. For example, I ada anak sekarang, umur anak I baru 9 tahun. Tapi in future, I akan jadi difficult to plan my daughter punya career. Sebab satu, okay, university offer this thing. So for me, when the university offer this thing, it must be something yang required by the government lah, by the country, the Malaysia kan. Tapi at the end, I kena set up another skill for my kids kan. So macam for me dia nampak macam kata apa, takkanlah satu orang tu kena ada sampai 4 degree tu melayakkan dia ataupun that person to get a job in future. Lepas tu 3 tahun spend for money I need to upskill myself with something else. Macam for me dia macam orang kata apa unstructured sikit lah. Macam macam
I faham perasaan
kita
ibu
macam
bapa
okay tak apalah
zaman
janji
ni.
ada degree.
Betul, betul. I faham
So
perasaan
macam
ibu bapa.
saya minta maaf lah sebab sekarang macam saya cakap
Instruction,
dalam
betul.
masa beberapa tahun lagi anak-anak akan kata kita sendiri parents ni macam nak letak apa ni? Kan kita dah kena fikir dah future, takkanlah kita nak jadikan anak kita ni a part of lambakan kan.
Yes.
Sorry lah sebab topik ni macam dia touching sikit lah.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
It's good. It's a good discussion, and it also then brings us back to our duty kan, as parents, our duty to the country, right? Okay.
Correct.
I personally lah, personal opinion lah, and I rasa because I'm quite in touch with what government is doing under APEL. Kalau for you guys are still new, and director of APEL selalu juga communicate dengan I. So the concept of nano degrees or micro degrees sekarang ni being explored. Apa maksudnya? Maksudnya in other advanced countries, our kids today or the graduate soon to graduate or soon to pursue their tertiary education and all that will have the right to pick and choose apa yang diorang rasa akan bermanfaat untuk diorang, membolehkan diorang stay relevant and mendapatkan pekerjaan. So dia boleh ambil some subjects in HR, some subjects in engineering, some subject even in maybe linguistic or of that nature. Dia boleh combinekan all this together, and in combination of all these nano studies that they do from various universities, not just one university, dia boleh pick from UM 1, 2 subject, can pick from other universities 1 or 2 subjects. In combination, then it becomes a complete degree. So that's under, I think it's now under prerogative of what our government is also doing. So anak you baru 9 tahun, so insyaAllah I rasa by the time dia pergi universiti, this will be addressed.
Okay. Thank you.
Good news, right? Good news.
Okay.
Alright. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
berbalik pada topik kita, I rasa this maybe my second slide, last slide kot. So I nak bring back untuk our graduates. So kalau you ambil daripada pool of this ready talent, cost untuk development dah ditanggung. Alright, and you tahu that untuk melayakkan diorang dapat scholarship Yayasan Peneraju ni is not easy. They are really cream of the crop. Dan second, kalau you nak hire graduates yang well equipped in this skill, rata-ratanya ada survey, WOBB lah or all these other organizations supply this talent, they charge about 25% to 33% of cost of or cost of acquisition of these talents. Yeah, and out of annual salary lah. I simulate ni katalah salary basic yang Yayasan Peneraju put 3,000. So cost of acquisition for you already 9,000. Kat sini you dah save dah. 15,000 plus 9,000 dah save. Now, when you hire, and of course we all have duties, I think you are all here because there's some obligation to the country. So kalau you then leverage on Protege double tax deduction, you will declare about 72k per graduate that you hire. Kalau you go for some organisation, CFO dia nak tengok cash in hand, dia tak nak wait until declaration of tax dan sebagainya. Depends on your company revenue dan sebagainya jugalah kan. So dia nak cash in hand. Dia prefer Pekeso Kejaya. Dan because Peneraju also ada syarat kedua. Syarat keduanya hiring of these graduates must be minimum 1 tahun. Jadi bila ada kontrak 1 tahun tu dia tak layaklah untuk perantis Pekeso, tapi more of Kejaya 2.0 bawah usia 40 tahun. Jadi di situ you dapat cash in hand setiap bulan selama 6 bulan. Kalau gajinya 3,000, you dapat total 7,200. Dan kalau kata you choose Protege double tax deduction, of course kita semua tahu obligation kita untuk yang 7 competency area tu, then you can claim the 10,000 from the training that needs to be further equipped to meet the criteria of Protege. Ataupun kalau pekeso penjana kerjaya, you can draw down from the range of 4,000 to 7,000. 4,000 ni basic ya, any of the soft skill. 7,000 ni kalau it is certification. Yang certification yang tadi piramid tu, yang I share just now, the 3 courses for the 2 pyramid, termasuk dalam kategori ni lah. So up to you all, macam mana you nak bring back to your management to position this. Tapi these are the cost leverage that I have actually simulated. So yang 100 lebih ribu ni is simulated based on Protege and not penjana kerjaya. So up to you, whichever, sebab kita tak boleh double dipping. So this is the slide. So the next one, some of our proudest success stories about DataStar. Yeah? So these are where they currently attached to. Rata-ratanya their salary is around 3,000 to 5,000. Proud to say that, you know, we managed to actually challenge that facts about graduates now earning below poverty, even at minimum wage level. Okay, not true. We can help the country to high income nation through this. Right. So kalau interested, this is how you can go about it. You can tap on all these talents at our portal. And then you can do the necessary lah with your Protege submission. The program declaration under Protege will be RTW DataStar.